Thank you, Izzati. Assalamualaikum and a good day to all. Today, I am going to talk about ways to revive the tourism sector in Malaysia during this post-pandemic time. A recent study entitled Emerging Traveller Behaviour as the World Reopens shows that the prices offered serve as the biggest factor when someone is looking forward to a holiday. Besides that, according to a recent survey from Skyscanner, travelers are becoming more and more cautious of their expenditure. This shows that the prices that are being offered are one of the main things that need to be taken into account when we want to rebuild our tourism sector. Now, I am going to talk about one of the ways to rejuvenate our tourism sector, which is by offering low prices. After hearing all of this, some of you might ask, what are the ways that we can do to make offering low prices in the tourism sector an achievable goal? Well, hear me out. There are a lot of measures that we can take in order to make this dream a reality. Some of them are waiving flight fees, improving the financial access of tourism enterprises, and also providing tax assistance to tourism businesses. First of all, mainstream national carriers can waive fees in order to maintain their earnings while also reducing the cost that the travelers need to pay when traveling, a situation that perfectly describes killing two birds with one stone. We need to remember that when someone wants to go traveling, they need to consider the flight tickets if they are planning to go traveling outside of their own country. Sometimes, even travelers who want to travel in their own country need to take a flight to reach their destination despite it being nearby. This portrays that flight tickets are included in the incurred cost that the traveler needs to pay when planning for a holiday. So, national airliners can take steps by eliminating change and cancellation costs for further bookings. For example, AirAsia can offer bulk tickets for advanced bookings to premium and corporate clients while also waiving all change costs to generate revenue in the near term. These small things are the elements that can help to reduce the expenses incurred by the travelers. All in all, this will surely help to make traveling a cheaper and more sustainable activity, and in the long run, we will be able to revive our tourism sector. Moving on, the government needs to improve the financial access of tourism enterprises. During this unprecedented time, all sectors are affected by this crisis. This also includes the tourism sector. The whole value chain that characterizes the sector has gone into hibernation, which includes airlines, bus and rail companies, hotels, restaurants, attractions, travel agents, tour operators, and others. Perhaps we could say that the consequences are arguably most intensely felt by the small and medium-sized enterprises. So, in order to tackle this issue, the government should aid these tourism enterprises that are on the brink of bankruptcy by improving the financial access of those enterprises. Guarantees, subsidized loans, extended credit lines, non-collateral financing, and a grace period for new loans should all be considered in favorable conditions for these tourism enterprises. Besides that, support for these enterprises should also include technical and skill aspects. The government should provide assistance in enhancing their skills, such as improving their services and connecting to markets via digital platforms. By doing this, we can help them to cope with the way that businesses work nowadays after the pandemic hits. It will be safe to say that the prices offered in the tourism sector will decrease slowly but surely due to the financial aid that they are receiving. Hence, I would like to emphasize here that improving the financial access of registered tourism enterprises will help in making sure that low prices can be offered in the tourism sector, and in the end, tourism sector will be revived. Last but not least, the government should provide tax assistance to tourism businesses. We need to remember that tax is one of the main elements in a business. Before this, the taxes that have been applied to businesses are manageable and sustainable when we take into account the revenues that the business owner generates. But this is all in the past. Right now, these taxes will burden the business owners because nowadays it is hard to gain revenue with all the strict SOP enforced by the government. Even consumers nowadays are more prudent when buying something that they want. To solve this problem, the government should reconsider the tax that they are applying to business because, as it stands right now, the taxes are only bringing more problems than benefits to the table. Income tax payments, business rates, value-added tax, and other fees applicable to businesses should be suspended or reduced. For example, our country should announce large-scale tax reduction initiatives while also eliminating advanced income tax on exports. If all parties are able to collaborate in making sure that this can happen, it is certain that the prices offered in the tourism sector can be reduced even in this crisis. In a nutshell, there are many ways to lower the price offered in the tourism sector. We spoke about waiving flight fees, increasing the financial accessibility of tourism businesses, and also assisting tourism businesses with tax issues. But in reality, there are many more approaches that we could explore to ensure the success of our goal, which is to lower the price being offered in the tourism sector. If this goal is achieved, then we will be one step closer to revive our tourism industry. I hope that everyone can work together because we are all in this unfortunate time and we need to pull through together. So that is all from me. Now, Usna will talk about creating more tourism package as a way to revive our tourism industry.